Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading and to this table. This is going to be a reading for April, and I will use a deck called the Herbal Tarot by Michael Tierra and Candice Cantin, which I'm probably pronouncing all wrong, but thanks anyway for creating this nice deck. It's almost like a traditional tarot deck, but every card has a plant or a herb. And if you read the book here, which I won't actually, you can look up what kind of benefits every herb has to your health. So if something stands out in a card, like a plant or something, perhaps you should drink some of that tea, but we will take it as it comes. Otherwise, it will be my usual way of reading. It's kind of past, present, and future, kind of things. And what comes up is probably for those who needs to hear it the most, and something we need to think about right now. It won't be the only thing happening in your life, but enough talk. We welcome the spirits and stuff, the angels nearby, and our guides. So, and if you hear any strange noises, I have 3 dogs in my kitchen, mostly sleeping. Bonnie, tack så mycket. Let's see what comes out for Capricorn. Okay, this one wanted to come. So this is a nice energy. It's a 3 of Cups. It's being with friends, celebrating life in general, or something specific. We will see when the rest card comes. But we can see here how they're almost standing on their toes and drinking wine. So this is a very, or something. I guess it's wine because it looks like they're saying cheers to each other. So it's feeling like not just happy, but uplifted, exhilarated, waiting for the future. There's some kind of relief that has been happening. Bonnie. And it's like things perhaps have been a bit dull before, or you have been feeling a bit depressed, and suddenly you're feeling this joy of being alive. And it might also be because you were with friends in this card that you have found them like friends has come back to your life, or that you have found like new friends that you feel that you're on the same level with, that you can have fun, and that's very valuable. And the next here we have the Page of Wands. So this is when we're feeling this good here, we also feel like ready for an adventure, or like that we can do anything, because the wand energy, I used to think about those people like they are creating stuff, making stuff when we are in that fire energy, because fire has that power. And the page here is a very young person who's dealing with that energy, so is feeling very hopeful and enthusiastic, perhaps not having all the experience you need yet, but how do we get experience if not by trying? Learning by doing kind of. And I feel that you're very optimistic about your life here and feeling that even if you don't have all the experience yet, you're willing to try and do what you feel enthusiastic about. So that's very nice. What else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? 2 cards flew out, but I just want one, so okay, here is one. And then we have the 4 of Swords, so this was a bit unexpected to me. Perhaps in the past, because this first row is kind of the past, you were feeling this good, as I was saying before, and then suddenly it did not turn out the way you wanted to, because maybe because you did not have the experience, or something with this disappointed you, and now you're feeling a bit hurt, because the 3 of Swords is about heartbreak, and you can see these 3 swords are lingering above your heart, ready to pierce you, kind of. And your own sword here, you don't even have the power to defend yourself. And we can come into this mood sometimes where we're feeling like, oh no, I couldn't even do this easy thing, I'm such a failure. But and we all probably have this. I'm feeling here a bit that we are falling into some kind of self-pity almost, because as I see it, your life is not really well, you don't have to feel that you can't do it anyway, because as I said before, we learn by trying. But I want to continue to pull cards before I tell too much about this, because this is an ongoing story here. Why are we feeling so sad, I wonder, all of a sudden? 8 of Cups. So it's something with a longing here. And I think that you were feeling uplifted here when you were amongst these people here who were your friends. And they gave you such a nice energy. And here you try to go it alone again. But I think the reason that you are feeling a bit sad here in the 4 of Swords card is because you're missing someone. Because 8 of Cups, it could be about going away from those people you love. It can also be about coming back, because the 8 is like a boomerang here. And here we see like a ship leaving, but the cups here on the shore is kind of waiting. But what else do we see in this card here? I think it's going to be like a new moon pretty soon, perhaps in a couple of weeks or so. And I think that is where you're going to feel that your energy is coming back, because you can see this moon here. So this is something with this longing, but I kind of like the 8 of Cups card, because it's also like magnetic. It's like drawing us into the things that matter the most. And if in your case here, you're not feeling too good when you're alone or on your own, then you're starting to feel that you can't make it. But when you are with other people, your friends, you feel the strength again. So perhaps it's good for you to kind of return to try to stay connected to people, even if you're physically apart or if you can't be together right now. You can still share things about your life and about yourself, and perhaps they start sharing too, and there is still like a connection, even though we can't always be in this wonderful mood when we're celebrating like a family reunion or friends reunion, something like that. But we will see what else is for Capricorn here in this period of time. what will happen? Now we're in the row that is kind of for the now. So there were 2 cards. I'm just gonna look at them, but I just want 1, and there was 1. So I have the Queen of Cups here. So this is what is this? I'm thinking, is this you or is this someone else? I think this is someone else, actually. This is someone who is trying to remind you that even if it's kind of water between you, you're still in their heart here. And Queen of Cups is like the essence of emotion. There's also a king, so of course perhaps he's mastering his emotions even better if there is a competition in grades. But I don't like to grade the king and the queen. The queen might they are like equal to me, really. But if the king is about being able to master your emotion, the queen is about being able to recognize what we're feeling and not being afraid of just feeling. And even if we feel this longing to people and we can't be together right now, we can still be happy that we still have the ability to love. And I feel that this card is a reminder that somebody out there loves you even when you're feeling this down. And here we have a Capricorn card, which is the King of Pentacles. So it might also be that you are that this is kind of a couple here, because you are of course an earth sign Capricorn, so, and this is an earth king of earth. So I was probably feeling that this is someone else here, perhaps a water sign who loves you than Capricorn. But you're both kind of sitting here in these cards and not really moving. You're offering here with the pentacle, you're offering some kind of stability, and you're ready to pick this flower to give to this woman you're thinking of here. But she's also kind of waiting and just looking. So it's kind of not much happening right now, but I think that's a and since this card here, 8 of Cups, was about longing for someone to come back, this might be someone who has been in your life for a long time. And it's probably water, Pisces, or Cancer person. I mean, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio sign here that's thinking about you, because it's so much cups energy here. 3 of Cups. It's like you're not feeling whole without them. Let's see here. What else for Capricorn? Too many cards. I just want one, please. Okay. So here we have the 9 of Pentacles. So it's what I was feeling with this couple here. And I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with you. For some of you, you will come together with this person now. But here I'm seeing that you're going to be on your own for a little while longer, but you're going to feel stronger in your own company. If we compare those cards here where you are alone, in the 4 of Swords you felt like you weren't enough. on your own here, and that you were kind of suffering or giving up. I think you will find strength here in knowing that this person loves you. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman looking at this picture here, because it happens to be a woman in this Nine of Pentacles card. And she's here eating grapes. So, and what are grapes about? Well, they are very good for our immune system if they are organic and not sprayed by, because grapes are one of the most there are usually a lot of toxins on them because if they're not organic. So, but if we eat them like this, they're going to be oh god, it's not my first language, English. In Swedish it's besprutade, but what's in English? I don't know, but you know what I mean. When something is not organic, it's kind of poisonous, and grapes are one of the worst. But it will help your immune system, and it's a lot of antioxidants. So this might be like a boost that you need, like fresh organic vegetables, and that will make you feel better. And grapes are also about like enjoying life. And even if you're not together with your dream team here, or your king or queen, you can still enjoy life on your own, and you're starting to feel that your life is worth living here by yourself. And especially if you kind of stop and smell the roses, and also let yourself have nice things. Good food is one of the best things that we can spend on ourselves. Healthy food and things that taste nice. It's truly a gift with nice food. So treat yourself a little here. It can also be about taking a glass of wine sometimes. Because it's grape themed, and that might, you don't have to go to like a big party to be allowed to have one glass of wine. You can have it just to because it makes you feel nice occasionally. I'm sorry. And the next card is also a 9, and before I saw the 9 of Cups, so it's something with the 9s here and the independence that you have to conquer. You have to find strength in your independence here, and I feel that you're doing. For 9 of Wands is also a card of someone who has had a lot of struggle. It could be a card of like a wounded warrior that has made it all this way, and now you're kind of defending what you have achieved. But you're not just going to have to defend it, you also have to kind of celebrate a little what you have actually achieved on your own. And if you have been feeling this, I can't let this card go, because it's such a pity when we feel like this, that we're not good enough. Don't feel like that, because you're still here in this life, and it's not an easy world to live in. For most of us now, it's a struggle, and there's a worry from everything from like famine, because there's drought around the equator, and this perhaps there will be food shortages, we don't know that. And like the military is growing, which is not a good thing, because if we're creating more nuclear bombs and more threats, we're more and more likely to come closer to like a nuclear war again. And we have never been this close. I was listening to someone talking from a peace committee this weekend, and he said that we are now like from time to time there is like a clock or a watch that is measuring how close we are to like a nuclear war. And when NATO, for example, expands, we have never been closer. So, why am I saying this? Yes, because I'm thinking instead of giving into fear and starting to feel defensive about things, if we grow flowers instead of bombs, just try to get into that mood. Try to be nice to people around you. Try not to spread fear, because the media is already doing that a lot. And yeah, I was talking about things that we are afraid of and things that are hard. And there are a lot of things that are hard, but I found that there's a lot of hope as well, because even if a lot of times people in power do not have our best interests anymore, we have to know that, because they have their own interests at heart many times. We people have to kind of do be the change you want to see. Be nice to people around you. Plant flowers for the bees. Take good care of yourself, and be proud that you have made it this far and that you have not gone under, because it's easy. Be happy that you have friends that love you, even if they are not always with you. And know that even if you can't be together with your person right now, they are out there thinking about you and having you in their hearts, so to speak. So, and the last card for Capricorn. Way too many cards. Way too many cards. Way too many cards. Just want one, please, for Capricorn. And we have the Knight of Cups. So this is very hopeful. I think this is you kind of feeling whole again and like one with nature. And probably, I don't know if this is you or the other person, but someone will kind of reach out for you with loving thoughts and loving energy. And there's still going to be like water between you. But it's not impossible to cross here, like in the Eight of Cups when there was an ocean. So there's something with this emotional gap, or this gap between you is becoming smaller. I hope you're not getting down about me talking about all my worries about the world. But I do have them, and I know we think differently about things. Everybody might not agree about how I view the world, and everybody is entitled to feel the way they do. But I just, in the 70s, there were times that, or in the 60s or 50s even, 400 years ago, we have similar times like now, where there were like very much difference between the rich and the poor, and we have great inflation and people becoming poorer and poorer, and suddenly the economy crashing, and that brought with it that people started to see each other as enemies, but it also made people come together and try to create and build up like a new society, more about what we actually need to to survive here on this earth together, and not just about our individual happiness or expression that we have been well, that is of course also important, to be unique and individual and to express yourself. But if we accept other people and can work together with them, I think we can create something really beautiful from this crisis. And in the 70s, people had like a reaction to the Cold War, and how USA went to destroy Vietnam and stuff like that. And now it's like similar times. We have Russia destroying Ukraine, and United States is still in the Middle East invading other countries. And people started to kind of refuse war, started to refuse harsh energy, and make love instead of war thing. And I think if we all start to come back to love in our community, start to have like garden parties with your neighbors and I don't know, stuff like that. We need to come together, and we need to do it in a loving way. I pulled an oracle card here while I was talking again, and it's the Lady of the Stars. And it says here, Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom, and extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and high capacity of divine service. She asks you to pay attention now, because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. Yes, something significant is taking place for all of us at this time. And we must all, don't forget that everybody is having a hard time. Soul retrieval is this card. So I think this is something like global or even cosmic, what we need to do here. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of your lost trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. And we can view upon this card or what it says here, and we can apply it to our communities, societies, and to our earth as well. That this is probably a healing process, and we will soon enjoy greater wellness, energy and power. I see here that you have great power within you, a lot of people who loves you, so that's really nice, Capricorn. And you're getting closer to that special one also. So this is all I have for you. Watch your moon or rising, or any title you feel drawn to or not, and I will do a full moon reading when the next full moon is, also in addition to every sign's monthly. But take really good care, and I see you again, I hope. Bye. Enjoy the spring.